I'm finally sharing the video of how I styled my daughter's hair for her 6th year birthday. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, it's been a while. I feel like it's been a long time since I posted a video here. Anyways, I am starting off, or rather I started off by moisturizing her hair. I used a leave-in conditioner first before I went in with a hair butter. I evenly distributed that onto her hair and then I brushed out. Now at this point, her hair is kind of soft because of the products that I've used so far, so brushing out isn't as difficult as it would have been if I didn't apply any product, so take note of that. After that, I parted the line from ear to ear, that pattern right there, and then I pulled the front part out of the way and started working with the back. So for this back, you don't have to make it like very cute because we're going to be covering it up, right? So I just parted. You know how sewing can be, like we used to do sewing a long time ago, even though it's gradually coming back again, like sewing hair onto hair. If that makes sense, it's gradually coming back again. So you know how sewing works, right? You know how we do braidings for sewing. That is basically what I did for this part. Like I said, it doesn't have to be very clean because we are sewing another extension, another hair on top of it, right? So I am done with that part. I put that aside, not sewing anything in yet. Let's move to the front. So I did the other side because I don't want these videos to be too long. And then this side I started, like, this is a very easy hairstyle. There is nothing in this world that will make you to say that you cannot make this hair. Trust me, it is a very easy one. I'm working with slant patterns for the front side. As you guys can see, the other side I did a whole lot of slant. There's just a whole lot of slant lines working on the other side, and I also began with the same pattern, with the same process on this other side. As a matter of fact, I will encourage you to freestyle this front part, but make it neat, because that is where the beauty lies. You can freestyle it, you can style it however way. It doesn't have to be slant, it can be center parted or whatever. Just make sure it is clean and neat, right? And before you know it, I was done. Okay, I just wanted this video to be very fast. I don't want us to beat around the bush or whatever. So this is the extension, this is the hair, the whatever that I'll be using to sew in at the back. It is a synthetic hair, obviously. Yeah, so I unraveled the I think I use all, or no, I didn't use all. But anyways, you just go with the flow till you feel like, okay, this is full enough. And I brought out my needle and thread. Yes, you need needle and thread for sewing. Okay? You need needle and thread. And unravel the hair and started sewing it. This is the part where you need to be very careful, especially when you're dealing with a child. In fact, even though you're dealing with an adult, you don't want to pierce an adult. You don't want to pierce anybody with a needle. You don't want that. So you have to be very, very careful at this point. If you have never sewed in hair on the hair, please, you might want to avoid it. Except you know what you're doing, except like you're good at these things, you braid, you do all of these things, but you really have to be cautious, right? And there are needles for sewing in, but I didn't have that. I looked for that. I used to have it when I used to make wigs by myself, but on this particular day I looked for it. I did not see it, so I just make do with the needle I have, like the normal needle we use for repairing clothes, like sewing clothes on your own, those handmade sewing, whatever. Yeah, that was what I used. It wasn't as big as I would have wanted it to, but like I said, you just have to be careful when you are doing this part. Like when you're sewing in, you have to be tying at any any line you pass the needle through. You just have to tie it. As you're passing the needle through it, you're making sure you're tying it so it doesn't unravel and stuff like that. So you just got to continue like that gradually, depending on the quantity of extension you're working with. If the extensions are much, you have to be, the lines don't have to be much. You don't have to be giving space in between, if that makes sense. Like, you're just going to be following it through back to back to back to back. Does that make any sense? This part can likely take your time, but you just have to be patient. And before you know it, I was literally done. Okay. I tied it out a couple of times so it doesn't unravel, and I cut out the excess hair. See, I was trying so hard to be careful. I don't know why I was risking it, like trying to make sure that I don't cut my daughter's hair in the process. Yeah, but thankfully I didn't cut her hair. So I cut out every, any left thread or whatever. So this is the front part. For the front part, we're gonna cut the width of the synthetic hair that I used to sew in. Cut out the width, and then we're left with the hair, and I started braiding onto her natural hair with those hair that I cut out. If you guys understand what I mean, like this is in form of like a boho braid. You're adding those extensions and you're braiding it. Like I'm braiding it onto her natural hair. Like I'm not adding. I'm adding the extension, but the extension is like the sewing, the coily hair. But other than that, I am braiding out her natural hair and then putting in the coily hair extension. I did that for every single hair at the front, every single braid at the front. I did that for all of them, and voila, we are done. This video looks like it's a very quick one. It looks like it's a very quick one, but funny enough, it is 8 minutes long. So I don't know. Anyways, I went in with a mousse, like sprayed out onto the hair, like a shine mousse, not mousse. I think that is a shine spray, whatever. I sprayed that to elevate the shine of the hair, and I also trim out the excess, like any hair sticking out, whatever. I made sure to trim that out, and I laid down her edges, and you guys, look at my baby girl. See how gorgeous she looks in this hairstyle. See how well this hairstyle suits her. Like, I am so glad that I made this hairstyle for her, because I've been eyeing it for a long time. But because she can't wear hairstyles like this to school because of the synthetic extension part, I always avoided it. But finally there came a reason for me to style the hair, like to style the hairstyle on her, if that makes sense. What am I speaking? Anyways, you should understand what I'm saying. The reason came, which is her birthday, and I decided to execute this hairstyle, and it came out looking absolutely amazing. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think? Is it a hit or a miss? Obviously it's a hit, but let me hear from you guys. I love how it turned out. Will you be trying it out? I know you will, and when you do tag me on IG and I will repost on my story. Guys, hold on, let me show you guys something. So during her photo shoot, I decided to attach this hairband, that white stuff you're seeing on her head, and it made everything look even more gorgeous. Like, so cute. I love it.
I'm doing like it.
Yeah, you did it so well. Okay, give me another style.